Welcome to my channel. It's a fantastic day here in Bergen. The sun is shining and the weather is perfect. And I'm gonna test and review a new product that has just been sent to me from Rogbid. This is the Rogbid M2 Smartwatch. I'm gonna do a quick unboxing and we're gonna check it out and see how it is. And of course, connect it to the app and do a short little test and see if this is a smartwatch that I will use. When it comes to price on this watch, it's a mid-range price, I would say, but it's perfect to see that there are options out there for people that don't want to spend too much money, like on a Garmin watch or Apple Watch or a Polo watch. This is half the price, even more, I think. But let's do a quick unboxing, connect it to the app and see how it is on my wrist, and do a short little test, of course. And this is going to be really fun. I look forward to this. So let's begin. Okay guys, so here you can see the nice little box that the smartwatch M2 is in. Really nice, looks really good, and yeah, it's always important to have a good impression when you receive a box. That's my opinion. That usually tells you that the product is pretty good. So let's open it up and see what's in here. And first you are granted with a manual, of course. That's always important to read before you start using the watch. I always recommend doing that. Of course, we men often don't read manuals. We just want to try it. So it's important to read manuals before you start complaining that things doesn't work as it should. So great to see a manual. And here you can see the beautiful watch. Let's take it up. And look at this. And we have a little thing to take off here, and here you can see the watch. Looks really nice. Feels solid compared to my Garmin watch Fenix 5 as I'm using now. This is more bulky for sure, but that's okay. The important thing is that, yeah, it's well built, because for my use, I use my watches in really rough terrain, and it has to handle rough use. So that's really important for me, but it looks really nice. But let's see what other things we have in the box. Let's take this up. Let's see here. And here it seems to be a lens protector. That's always nice to have if you need that. And let's see what we got. And some cleaning cloth to take off some dirt from your watch. So that's good to see. And let's see on this one. I bet this is the charging cable. Yeah, it is. So here you can see the charging cable, and they do it their own way, and that's okay. I was really hoping that these companies could find one charging option so you didn't need to have a bunch of them, but usually you only use one watch, so that's okay. So it's pretty simple actually to attach it on the back. You can see it here, and it just clips on like this. But this watch is fully charged, but I haven't connected to the app yet, so let's do that now. But this looks really nice. It does. Really promising. It's not heavy. I think it's around 90 grams. So we done the first part, a quick unboxing, and let's see how it is to connect the smartwatch, the Rogbid M2, to the app. You need to follow the instructions, of course. That's always important, but it's pretty simple and straightforward. So let's find the app. It's the Set the Fit app, and just open that. And then on the bottom here, you will find equipment. So you open that up, and it says connect to the smartwatch, and my watch is on, and we press here, and you have to give some authorization, and that's all right when the app is being used. Accept, and let's see if it connects, and it's finding the watch, and you press that and it's hooking up. So pretty straightforward. So let's see if everything works as it should. And it's doing its thing. Usually also you probably need to have, of course, internet on, and you have to accept everything here, and that's pretty straightforward, and just accept most of it. And let's see. And it's pretty straightforward, like I said, with a lot of watches. When you are on the front screen, you just swipe down, and here you can connect the watch to your phone via Bluetooth, and you have an icon here for the brightness setting on the screen. That's good. And yeah, it's pretty simple and straightforward actually. And here you have different presets: dial, call, record, heart rate, blood oxygen, emotion settings, fatigue, stress, weather, exercise history, workout status, and camera, and alarm, and sleep, and notification, and music. And what I do like about this watch also, you can actually download maps and use the watch offline if you have a route you want to follow. So that's great. If you don't have internet, it's always nice to have that option. And so we're gonna do a little test with the Rogbid Rogbid M2 Smartwatch. I'm gonna test it against the Garmin Fenix 5S. The test isn't going to compare the Garmin versus the Rogbid M2. It's going to be more a test of GPS accuracy and also monitoring my heart rate. I'm not going to do any intensive workout here. That's something I'm going to do a little bit later today. Do a run, and then we can compare the stats also and see if the heart rate is correct, more or less on point, and also the GPS data. GPS is extremely important for me because you need to have accuracy on the trails. But also I do like on the Rogbid that you can download maps to your smartwatch, and that means that you can use it offline, and you can prepare a track or trail or hike beforehand and download it to the smartwatch and follow that route. And that especially is useful if there is an area you are not familiar with, so you can download maps from other people and use them and use the watch as a tracking tool to follow the route so you don't get lost. So let's fire up the watch and also the Garmin watch and see if we get some accurate data. I want to see how quick the smartwatch connect to GPS. I'm in a pretty open environment right here, so it should be pretty quick, but it always is with new watches. The first time you use it, it needs some time to connect to satellites, but it has the possibility to connect to 6 different satellites, so it should be pretty quick and accurate. So what I'm going to set it to is actually trail run, and see how fast this go. It's trying to connect to GPS now. I don't know if you can see it. There you have. That was pretty fast actually. And let's do the same thing on my Garmin watch. And terrain. And let's start. More or less the same time. So that's press start, and it's counting down, and start. So we saved both on both of the watches, on the Garmin and the Rogbid M2, the data. So I'm going to put it up on the screen, and you can see when it comes to measuring distance and heart rate. This wasn't a high intensity activity at all. I'm going to do that a little bit later today and go for a run. That's where you would probably see if there is any difference. But as long as it's, like I said, 80% of what the Garmin will measure, especially when it comes to heart rate, I'm really happy. Then it's a good watch. Remember, the price on the Rogbid M2 is several $100s cheaper than Garmin watches, and that's really important, because not everybody can buy the most expensive watches out there. And I think it's fantastic that there are options for everyone. And when it comes to design, it actually looks really nice. So it's going to be fun to take a run later today. Then we really will get the data we need to conclude how good the Rogbid M2 actually is. So I'll see you in a bit. Okay guys, I'm out on the trail, my usual trail. I'm gonna run one lap. It's 4.2 kilometers, so it's not that long. I just want to test the Rogbid M2 out on the trail. And it was a little strange, but I was gonna start the exercise and was standing by the car, but the GPS took a while, and I also tested it with my Garmin watch, and it was the same. But as soon as I moved away from the cars and was actually standing in part of the trail that was a little bit more, it shouldn't be easier to get GPS, but it did. So I will say that GPS connection on the Rogbid is as good as on the Garmin. So we're gonna run now and compare the stats, heart rate and distance side by side, so you can see it by the end of the video. So let's begin running, because it's actually kind of cold. So guys, we reached the first kilometers, a little over 1.1 kilometers on the Rogbid M2, and we have 1.14 on my Fenix. So they're more or less exactly the same, only 50 meters between. So that's pretty good data. But what I want to see is heart rate that are similar. That's the most important thing for me. But of course GPS data, and so far so good. So let's keep running. It's extremely windy and cold, but the Rogbid feels good on my wrist, and that's a good sign. So let's go. So I just found a spot to sit down. We just finished with the lap at Åsebeskogen. It was a good run, and it was fun to test the Rogbid M2 against my Garmin Fenix 5S. And what's going to be important for me, like I said, is the data I get from the Rogbid watch and compare it to my Garmin watch, which I've now been using for 6 years. This is a premium watch, and this feels like a premium watch. The only thing I was hoping for, I do think this watch is probably a little too big for my thin wrists. I can't fasten the strap as tight as I want, but it's pretty good on my wrist. It's not too loose, but it's a little too loose maybe. Yeah, pretty good. But let's just check quick the stats, the data I got from the Rogbid watch first. So the lap here was 4.4 kilometers on the Rogbid. We're first going to take the Rogbid watch and then we're going to check the Garmin watch. Total time was 32 minutes and 39 seconds. Calories burned 266. And let's see, steps was 4,602. And I want to see average pace per kilometers was 7:24. Not impressive. The fastest pace I had was 5:12 on the kilometers. And we have some altitude, 66 meters. Minimum altitude was 26. But I want to see the heart rate. This is the most important data for me. So the max heart rate the watch recorded on this lap was 151 beats per minute. Minimum heart rate was 78. And this is the most important. Our average heart rate was 126. So that's pretty good, and I was in fat burn mode 20 minutes of the lap. That's around 80%. So yeah, VO2 max is now, I just started using this watch, is 30 milliliters. So pretty good. And let's check the Garmin watch. I'm just gonna sync it. It's going to be interesting to see the data. I'm going to record the data and put it up on the screen so you can see it side by side. I did have some issues syncing the watch to the Rogbid app, but that could be because I also have the Garmin watch connected and also the Rogbid watch connected, so it can be a little, yeah, so let's see now. Let's check the Garmin. So it recorded 4.45 kilometers. Average heart rate was 129, so that's pretty close. Let's see here. Let's see the stats. So average speed was 7.22. The best speed I have was 5:11, and if I wasn't wrong, it was 5:12 on the Rogbid watch. And let's see, average total time was 32:47. Average pulse 129. Max pulse was 151. So that's pretty dead on. So it seems to me like the data is pretty close. And that's a positive sign for the Rogbid watch, because a lot of cheaper smartwatches don't record accurate data. And like I said, for me the most important thing is to get the correct data, so I can trust the watch when I'm using it, because this data is extremely important for me. So what do you think? I'm gonna put the stats on the screen so you can check it out. It was really windy today, but yeah, I think I'm gonna use the Rogbid M2 more actually. Just get used to the app and all of that. Yeah, just get a better feel for the watch and what kind of data it records for me. That's extremely important, like I said, because I use the data I get from my smartwatch daily, and that comes to how I sleep, how I feel, and it's extremely nice way to record your health data, so you can use that information to get better progress when you exercise. So for me, a smartwatch is it has to look good, of course, but it has to work. I use this as an activity watch, and I wear my watch all the time. So I'm gonna use the Rogbid watch for a couple of days now, just get a feel for it and see what I'm gonna do. So it was really fun actually to use the Rogbid watch. I'm positive You can check out the link down in the description. And I know that Rogbid has some kind of kickstart now. The price on the Rogbid M2, I'm not 100% sure, but I will think between, I don't know, 150 to 200 US dollars for the Rogbid M2, and it feels worth it. It feels solid. I just have to see how the app and the watch function on a daily use. That's the most important thing. You have to use accessories like this, like a watch, over time, just to get used to the data and used to wearing the watch. But it feels good. It's probably a little bit too big for my wrist. I have thin wrist, so you can see the Garmin watch is much smaller, but I'm positive, and that's the most important thing. I won't try to oversell something. Like I said, the data is the most important thing for me, and if you like the design of the watch, that's positive too. So I think it looks good. It's a chunky watch, but it feels really solid, and the battery life on this one is insane, if you ask me. So I'm positive. So thank you so much for watching. Give me a thumb up and subscribe, and tell me what you think about the Rogbid M2. Does it look nice? Is this a product you will use or wear? So you can check out the links, and as always, I see you on the next one. Bye.